Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English podcast. Today, we have something super exciting for you. Do you use the word very all the time? Like very good, very nice, or very cold? If you do, you're not alone. Most learners use very too much. But here's the secret. Native speakers often use stronger, better words instead.
Exactly. If you stop saying very all the time, your English will sound more natural, more colorful, and yes, more like a native speaker's. Imagine the difference between saying very hot and saying boiling. One is simple, but the other is powerful, clear, and interesting.
Right. And don't worry, this lesson is perfect for A2 and B1 learners. That means if you're at an elementary or intermediate level, you can use these words today, in real life, in school, at work, or when chatting with friends online.
And the best part is, it's easy. You just replace very plus an adjective with one stronger word. Instead of very small, say tiny. Instead of very big, say huge. Encouraging, right?
Simple, right? We'll show you step by step how to use these words naturally, so you'll never get stuck repeating very again. And trust me, once you start using them, people will notice. They'll think, wow, your English sounds so much better.
So stay with us, because in this episode, we're going to explore some of the best replacements for very, words that you'll want to use forever.
All right, let's start with some of the most common very phrases that learners use every day, and we'll replace them with stronger words that make you sound confident and natural. Let's begin with one of the most common words in English, very good. Students say this all the time, but instead of very good, you can say excellent.
Yes, excellent, short, clear, and powerful. Listen, the food was excellent, or you did an excellent job. Can you repeat after me? Excellent.
Great! Now, how about the opposite? Instead of saying very bad, try saying awful. For example, the weather was awful, or that movie was awful. Trust me, English speakers use this word all the time.
And another one you will love. Instead of saying very big, just say huge. For example, my new phone has a huge screen. Or that dog is huge. Much stronger than just very big.
And the opposite again, instead of saying very small, say tiny. Imagine you see a baby shoe. You can say, wow, that shoe is tiny. Or she lives in a tiny apartment.
Let's quickly review. Repeat after us. Excellent, awful, huge, tiny. Good job. Each of these replaces very good, very bad, very big, and very small.
See? Just 4 little words and your English already sounds much stronger. And we're only just getting started. There are so many more words waiting for you. Now let's move to feelings and emotions. Many learners always say very happy, but native speakers often say thrilled. For example, I was thrilled to meet my favorite singer, or she was thrilled with her exam results. Doesn't that sound stronger?
Yes, and when you feel the opposite of happy, instead of saying very sad, try miserable. For example, he felt miserable after losing the game. Or she was miserable during the rainy week. Repeat with me. Miserable.
Great! Now let's talk about very hungry. Instead, say starving. Imagine you haven't eaten all day. You can say, I'm starving. It's a very common phrase in English.
And if you want the opposite, instead of saying very full, just say stuffed. For example, after the big dinner, I was stuffed. Or she felt stuffed after eating pizza. So remember, thrilled, miserable, starving,
stuffed. Simple and natural.
All right, let's keep building your vocabulary. Many English learners overuse the word very. So instead of saying very tired, a great word is exhausted. For example, after running 5 kilometers, I was exhausted. You can also say, she looked exhausted after working late. Try it with me. Exhausted.
Yes, and if you want the opposite of tired, you don't need to say very energetic. A better word is lively. For example, the kids were lively at the party. Or, he felt lively after a good night's sleep. Much more natural.
Here's another one. Instead of saying very clean, you can say spotless. Imagine your kitchen is shining with no dust at all. You can say, my kitchen is spotless. Another example, the hotel room was spotless when we arrived.
And on the other side, instead of very dirty, you can use the word filthy. It's a strong word, so be careful. For example, the children's shoes were filthy after playing in the mud. Or, the shirt is filthy, I need to wash it.
Now let's talk about speed. Instead of very fast, a wonderful word is rapid. For example, the train was rapid and reached the city in just 30 minutes. Or in daily life, his progress in English was rapid because he practiced every day.
And if something is very slow, you can say sluggish. For example, I felt sluggish after eating too much. Or, the computer was sluggish this morning. Notice how these words give more color and detail than just very fast or very slow.
Let's put them all together. Exhausted, lively, spotless, filthy, rapid, sluggish. Repeat them with us, nice and slow. Exhausted, lively, spotless, filthy, rapid, sluggish.
Excellent work. You see, replacing very with stronger words makes your English sound more natural, more powerful, and more like a native speaker's. Keep practicing these words in real situations. That's how they'll stay in your memory.
Okay, friends, let's explore more powerful words. Instead of saying very hot, you can say boiling. Imagine the weather in summer when it's really hot. You can say, it's boiling outside today. Or, the soup is boiling, be careful. Much stronger than just very hot.
Yes, and when it's the opposite, instead of very cold, you can use the word freezing. For example, I forgot my jacket and I was freezing in the park. Or, the water was freezing, so we didn't swim. Notice how boiling and freezing paint a clear picture.
Now, let's talk about size. Instead of very big, a great word is enormous. For example, they live in an enormous house near the beach. Or, the dog was enormous compared to the little puppy.
And for very small, you can use tiny. For example, look at this tiny bird on the window. Or, she gave me a tiny piece of cake. Sometimes tiny things are cute, right?
Here's another useful one. Instead of very good, you can say excellent. For example, she did an excellent job on her exam. Or, the food at that restaurant was excellent.
And for very bad, you can say awful. For example, the movie was awful. I didn't enjoy it. Or, he felt awful after forgetting his friend's birthday. Notice how these words give your English more emotion and detail.
Let's practice together. Repeat after us. Boiling, freezing, enormous, tiny, excellent, awful. One more time. Boiling, freezing, enormous, tiny, excellent, awful.
Great job. You see, by using these stronger words, you can make your English sound more clear and more interesting. Keep repeating them and try using them in short sentences today.
All right, friends. Now it's time for some real practice. Let's imagine a conversation between me and Mateo. Listen carefully, repeat if you can, and notice how we replace very with stronger natural words.
Yeah, so if you're new to keeping plants, try something like a snake plant or a ZZ plant. They're pretty easy to take care of.
All right, friends. Now it's time for some real practice. Let's imagine a conversation between me and Mateo. Listen carefully, repeat if you can, and notice how we replace very with stronger natural words. Yes, just relax and enjoy. This is like real English you might hear between friends. Hey, Mateo, how was your weekend?
Honestly, it was exhausting. I helped my brother move into an enormous new apartment.
Enormous? Wow, was it really that big?
Yes, it was huge, but carrying boxes all day, I was starving by the evening.
Did you eat something delicious at least?
Oh yes, we ordered pizza. It was excellent. Thin crust, lots of cheese. But the kitchen after? It was filthy.
Filthy? Oh no, so you had to clean everything?
Yes, but luckily my sister helped. After we cleaned, the place looked spotless.
That sounds like a long day. Did anything funny happen?
Yes, my brother dropped a box of clothes in the street. It looked ridiculous. Everyone was laughing.
That must have been hilarious.
Yes, but later we realized one shirt was missing. That was dreadful.
Oh no, that does sound awful. But at least the apartment was beautiful, right?
Yes, it's gorgeous. Big windows, lots of light, really fantastic.
Let's pause here for our listeners. Repeat after us. Exhausting, enormous, starving, delicious, excellent, filthy, spotless, ridiculous, hilarious, dreadful, gorgeous, fantastic. One more time. Exhausting, enormous, starving, delicious, excellent, filthy, spotless, ridiculous, hilarious, dreadful, gorgeous, fantastic.
Perfect. See how this sounds much more natural than saying very tired, very big, very hungry, very good, and so on? These words make your English powerful and colorful.
All right, friends, you did amazing today. Let's go through the words and phrases one more time so they stay fresh in your memory. Listen, repeat, and feel the power of using them in your English.
Instead of very tired, say exhausted. Instead of very big, say enormous. Instead of very hungry, say starving. And instead of very good, say excellent.
Instead of very bad, say awful. Instead of very dirty, say filthy. Instead of very clean, say spotless. Instead of very funny, say hilarious. Instead of very silly, say ridiculous. And instead of very scary, say terrified.
Instead of very beautiful, say gorgeous. Instead of very bad situation, say dreadful. And instead of very good experience, say fantastic.
Great job! Let's practice together just once more. Repeat after us slowly. Exhausted, enormous, starving, delicious, excellent, awful, filthy, spotless, hilarious, ridiculous, terrified, gorgeous, dreadful, fantastic.
Excellent. See, your English is already sounding more natural, more colorful, and more confident.
Friends, thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, small changes make a big difference. When you replace very with these powerful words, you sound like a confident English speaker.
And don't forget,
Practice every day. Try using just 1 or 2 of these words in your conversations. Soon they'll feel natural.
If you enjoyed this lesson, make sure to subscribe, leave us a comment with your favorite word from today, and share this with a friend who's learning English too.
We're here to help you grow step by step.
Until next time, keep smiling, keep practicing, and keep mastering English. Bye, everyone!